Hello everybody! If you want all the story's content in full, please go to www.steveuk.blog. Thank you. Short story 855, The Old Camera. Intermediate. Sarah walked into the charity shop. It was a small room in the city centre. The shelves were full of old books and clothes. Sarah liked to look for special things. She did not want new items. She wanted things with history. She saw a black box on a high shelf. It was an old camera. It was heavy and made of metal. Sarah asked the shop assistant to help. The assistant was a young woman with kind eyes. "Can I see that camera, please?" Sarah asked. The assistant took it down. "Be careful," she said. "It is very old. It belongs to the last century." Sarah held the camera. It felt cold and solid. There was a lens at the front. There was a button on the top. Sarah looked through the viewfinder. She could see the shop clearly. "How much is it?" Sarah asked. "It is £10, said the assistant. "But it has no film. You must buy film separately, and you must develop the photos in a dark room. It is not easy." Sarah smiled. She loved difficult tasks. She paid the £10. She put the camera in her bag. It felt safe and secure. Sarah went home to her flat. She lived alone. Her flat was small but tidy. She placed the camera on her table. She went online and ordered some film. She waited 3 days for the post to arrive. When the film arrived, Sarah loaded the camera. Her hand shook a little. She had never used this type of camera before. She read the instructions carefully. Click, whir. The sound was satisfying. She went outside. The sky was grey. It was a typical day in London. Sarah walked to the park. She saw an old man feeding birds. She raised the camera. She focused the lens. She pressed the button. Click. She took many photos. She photographed the trees. She photographed the benches. She photographed the people. She did not look at the screen. She did not know if the photos were good. She had to wait. A week later, Sarah took the film to a specialist shop. The man behind the counter was serious. He took the film. "Come back in 2 days," he said. Sarah waited. She felt nervous. Did she make a mistake? Was the camera broken? 2 days later, she returned. The man gave her a small envelope. Sarah opened it at home. She pulled out the photographs. They were black and white. The first photo was blurry. Sarah frowned. The second photo was too dark. She sighed. But the third photo was perfect. It was the old man and the birds. The light was soft. The emotion was clear. It was beautiful. Sarah looked at the photo for a long time. She felt proud. She had captured a moment in time. She put the photo in a frame. She hung it on the wall. She picked up the camera again. She had more film. She had more stories to tell. Sarah was ready for the next adventure. If you learned a new word today, please make sure to subscribe so you can practice again next time. Vocabulary notes. Charity shop. Definition. A shop that sells second-hand goods to raise money for a charitable organisation. In the UK, these are very common. Example. Sarah walked into the charity shop. Similar words. Thrift store, US. Second-hand shop. Op shop, Australia. Viewfinder. Definition. The small window on a camera that you look through to see what you are photographing. Example. Sarah looked through the viewfinder. Similar words. Lens, eyepiece, screen. Solid. Definition. Hard and firm, not hollow or liquid. It describes something that feels strong and heavy. Example. It felt cold and solid. Similar words. Firm, hard, sturdy, substantial. Blurry. Definition. Not clear or sharp. You cannot see the details clearly. This often happens in photos if the camera moves. Example: the first photo was blurry. Similar words: unclear, fuzzy, out of focus, indistinct. Capture definition: to record something such as a moment, an image, or a feeling so that it can be kept or remembered. Example: she had captured a moment in time. Similar words: record, take, seize, preserve. Story written by Quen. Image created by onemin.ai. To read, see all the story's content in full, please go to www.steveuk.blog. Thank you. CC Music, drifting at 432 Hz, Unicorn Heads.